Anyway, for this video, what we're going to do is we're going to find a probability given the odds in favor of an event happening. So the situation we have here is the odds in favor of Tom winning an election are 8-3. So what we want to do is we want to find the probability that Tom wins, and we want to find the probability that Tom loses. So the first thing that we need to know is the formula. So the odds in favor formula is the probability of success divided by the probability of failure. In this case, what we would classify a success as is a success would be that Tom wins, and a failure would be that Tom doesn't win, so Tom loses. So what we are going to do is we're going to look at this and we're going to set up, we're going to use this rule right here to help us find the probabilities. Basically, when we set it up, remember probabilities are always a fraction or a decimal or a percent. So in this case, it would be easier to find the probability as a fraction because it's simplified to 8/3, which meant that both of these had the same denominator that had to cancel out to leave us with 8-3. So what we're going to do is we are going to find the denominator for the probabilities. The denominator has to be the same, and it's always found by adding the odds together. So in this case, we would take 8 plus 3, and that would give us 11. So now we have all of the information we need in order to find the probability. So we would take A to find the probability that Tom wins. That's this part up here. Remember that we had this as 8/3 because that's what the 8-3 means. So this 8 right here had a denominator of 11. And the 3 also had a denominator of 11. So if I wrote this as the probabilities, it would really be 8/11 divided by 3/11. And then when we simplify the complex fraction, the 11s would have canceled out. So that's why we added this together to get the denominator for our probabilities. So the probability that Tom wins is just the top part of that equation that I wrote. So the probability that Tom wins is 8/11. You could also express this as a decimal if you wanted to, or a percent. I'm just going to leave it as a fraction. And for the second one, the probability that Tom loses is just the denominator of the odds up here, which is the 3/11. So knowing how to simplify a complex fraction really helps you figure out why you use the denominator that you do. In order for it to end up 8-3, we had to have a fraction of 8/11 divided by 3/11. And this could have been an equivalent expression. Like it could have really been, let's say 32, or sorry, not 42, 32/44, which would reduce to that. So it didn't have to be 11, but this would be the reduced form of the probability. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any additional topics you need me to cover, please let me know. Also, if there are any questions on what I did cover in this video, please let me know that as well.